Hi everyone, I'm back with another reading for the collective. If you're new here, my name's Savannah. I've been doing these free reading videos just to kind of tap in and see what is going on with everyone's energy. So if you feel called to watch this video, there's probably a message here for you. Today I am going to film a split reading, a two-parter. I will link the specific timestamps down below in the description, but the first half of the reading is going to be focused on relationships. Doesn't matter if you're single or in a partnership, this will still have a message for you. And then the second portion of the reading is going to be more focused on career or things relating to your passion. So like I said, I will link timestamps if you just want to read one or watch one or the other. But you might get something from both. So yeah, stick around if this calls to you. We just had a lunar eclipse last night in the sign of Pisces. It is September 8th as I'm filming this video. The eclipse was on September 7th. And I actually tried to film a reading for y'all leading up to the eclipse that was going to speak on the energies of what that eclipse might affect for y'all. And I actually was having so many issues with my throat and my voice as I sat down to try to film the video that I didn't even post it because I just kept getting like a frog in my throat. Frogs might be significant to you, but yeah, I just kept getting this like weird sensation in my throat, and then I would start coughing. So I just wanted to make note of that because some of you guys may have just come out of a period where you've been having some major communication blocks. So yeah, if you've been struggling to articulate yourself clearly, having physical issues with your voice or throat, if you've been having miscommunications with people in your life, I believe that this eclipse is going to alleviate a lot of that energy. For me specifically, I definitely notice a pattern in my life of eclipses kind of serving as like an unblocking agent. And I feel like the energy leading up to them is often pretty intense and heavy. I've been really tired this week. A lot of my friends and people in my life have been dealing with like different levels of exhaustion. A lot of that I feel like is because of the eclipse. So yeah, if you have been dealing with issues with communication or authentically speaking from your heart and using your voice, if you have been dealing with extreme exhaustion or just general confusion, just know that this eclipse that we just had last night is going to get the energy moving in a more in a state of flow. So yeah, sorry to anyone that's been dealing with that stuff. I know it can be super frustrating, but we're hopefully in the clear now. Also, I just got back from visiting New Orleans for the first time. I don't know if any of you watching are from there. If you are, please leave a comment and give me some recommendations on stuff to do the next time I go. But anyway, I just went on a trip to New Orleans. It was such an interesting place. I had never been there before. And I brought all my cards because I really wanted to film a video when I was there. Timing just didn't work out. It didn't happen. But I do kind of feel superstitiously like bringing your cards to different places with you helps them embody different types of energy. So sometimes I literally like to take my decks on like a little trip with me, get them out of the house. It's just like a funny thing that I do because I really do feel like it helps them absorb the energy of different places, which can help me tap into different energies in the readings. But with all this said, New Orleans was a really interesting place. There were actually so many tarot readers there. We went to explore the French Quarter, which I have never been to before, never seen what that was all about. And there were so many people posted up in the square doing tarot readings and palm readings. I think we passed a place that did like tea leaf readings. So yeah, it was a very like psychic centric place, which I thought was kind of unique and interesting. I really wanted to try to get a reading while I was there, but that just didn't work out. But yeah, just, I don't know why I felt compelled to tell you guys that. Maybe it's significant to you, but, anyway, yeah, we're going to get into the love/relationship portion of the reading. I just got this new deck. It's called the Enchanted Love Tarot, and I've really been wanting to use it more. I actually already did one reading with this deck, and it was super spot on for the person I was reading for. But that's the only time I've used it, so I'm still kind of getting to know this deck. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what comes out. But like I said, this can be for people who are single, people who are looking for love. Doesn't matter either way. I'm just going to tap in and read the energies, and I will try to present it in a way that makes sense for whatever your relationship status is. Maybe you don't want to be in a relationship and this is just about your relationship with yourself. We will see what the cards have to say. So yeah, again, this is the Enchanted Love Tarot. These cards are so beautiful. I feel like the decks that I buy, I'm mostly just drawn to the imagery of the cards. But yeah, this is a really interesting deck. I like the format of it. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about their relationships at this time? Whether they're in a relationship or seeking partnership, whether it has to do with friends or self-love. The Tower. This is one of my favorite cards of the tarot, even though a lot of times it can be, I guess, interpreted in a negative light. I like the Tower because to me it represents like rapid change through purification or things falling out of your life. Sorrow. I don't know if you can see the words on the bottom of the cards. The Tower says crisis. Sorrow is the Three of Wings. The wings in this deck represent air. I'm gonna pull one more card just to kind of read like what, oh my god, what you guys have been going through lately. The Romantic, Princess of Shells. Some of you guys, I feel like some of you guys have been through something. I'm picking up that it was relatively recent, but some of you guys have been through like a major upheaval in your lives, relating to your relationships. Again, this could be your relationship to yourself. So maybe some of you have had like some type of epiphany or spiritual awakening that has felt really heavy or kind of sent you in a tailspin. Maybe some of y'all had like a major event happen in a relationship that just kind of like threw you off and felt really intense. This is not like a little thing. This is something major. Yeah, like in this card, it looks like a burning church. So maybe some of you guys are having like a spiritual crisis. Maybe some of you guys have been in a state of spiritual psychosis. But yeah, something major has happened to you guys recently, and it very well could have burned some bridges. Again, this card has like imagery of fire. You could have burned a bridge with somebody that you were close to, or vice versa. They could have done something to you that led to the end of your relationship. This, to me, when I see the Tower, it denotes like a really swift, shocking removal of something from your life. The Tower card represents like things that are built on a shaky foundation. And a lot of times from the outside, they can look very strong. They can seem very sturdy to the naked eye, but once you get in there and really start inspecting, it's not as solid as you would ideally want it to be. So yeah, some of you guys have really been going through it lately. Like I said, if you're in a relationship, this could have been like something traumatic that happened with you and your partner, or just like insanely frustrating. Like maybe if y'all have been together for a really long time, which is kind of the vibe I'm getting, because again, this is like a full building that's burning. Like Rome wasn't built in a day. To build something like this, you have to lay things brick by brick. So to me, I feel like this is talking about a long-term relationship. If you're single, this could be a relationship with like a friend. Again, it could be with like a belief system about yourself that you've been holding on to, and now all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I don't even relate to that old version of myself. But y'all have definitely been going through something really intense. Yeah, and even if subconsciously you maybe knew there were issues, I think you didn't anticipate the way this was all gonna unfold and end. So basically, some things have been revealed to you about a relationship in your life, and it's not what you would have hoped. It's not something that feels constructive and encouraging, like you can move forward. This also could be a breakup. Some of you guys might be going through a breakup right now. For others of you, this could just be like some major tension in a relationship where it's gonna require some like serious rebuilding. But yeah, the more I look at this now, oh my God, I'm getting chills. The more I look at these 3 cards together, the more I'm feeling like this actually might be a breakup. Again, that's not gonna apply to everyone. But I just feel, I'm feeling some like activated energy in my body as I'm saying that. So I feel like there may be some people watching this who are going through a breakup right now. Oh, because yeah, the next card we have is sorrow. So yeah, whatever this thing was that happened, it was like, you might be like majorly crashing out right now. Oh, I just want to like hug you guys. What I do love about this sorrow card, however, is that it's 3 butterflies. Butterflies represent transformation. And again, this Tower card, Crisis, it's all fire. And I also associate fire with like purification. So I feel like you are being purified through this tragic event that just happened. But you may be dealing with a lot of sadness right now. You may be just feeling overall really displaced. Like maybe that relationship, again, whether it was an actual partnership or like a relationship with yourself, like in self-identity, or like a job, an employer, regardless of what it is, maybe that relationship really represented like what you were perceiving as like safety and home. And now you might almost feel like spiritually or emotionally homeless. And just the color of this card, the 3 of Wings, it's giving me like icy vibes. So you might also just be feeling kind of cold or like left out in the cold. Yeah, whatever this was, whoever this person was that you were dealing with, they really burned you. They really dropped the ball somehow. But you're looking ahead, you guys. You're looking ahead. And you're a hopeless romantic. This card, the Princess of Shells, it's literally called the Romantic. So I feel like despite this stuff that you have gone through, despite this heaviness and this pain and sadness you're feeling, your heart is remaining open. Like in the corner of this card in the bottom, there's flowers, and up like above this woman. And she's playing with her hair. It almost looks like she's braiding it. So it kind of reminds me of like when girls are like depicted flirting and they're just like twirling their hair. So maybe some of you guys are like putting yourselves out there again and starting to flirt and date. I don't know why that's what that reminds me of. That's funny. I also associate like hair and having long hair with like increased psychic senses, because it's coming from your crown, right? But hair can also hold on to like a lot of emotional baggage. So this is super random. Not everyone is going to resonate with this, but maybe some of y'all have been thinking about cutting your hair. You've been like wanting an extreme hair change. I think for some of you guys that actually might be super empowering. I know like it's a stereotype that when someone goes through a breakup, like girls will manically cut their bangs, but there is something to that, you guys. I'm telling you, there is nothing more empowering than like an extreme hair change. So yeah, some of y'all are either flirting or craving some sort of change with like your identity and the way you present yourself. And again, if this tower was having to do with some sense of self-identity, you might just be wanting to like redefine yourself a bit more. Yeah, and changes to your appearance are a great way to do that. But anyway, yeah, you're a hopeless romantic. You're keeping your heart open despite all this stuff that you have gone through. You still feel optimistic about the future. The other thing that I notice about this card is this seahorse that's kind of like hovering above this girl. And for some reason, when I looked at this, I just started thinking about how male seahorses, I believe, are the ones who give birth. Yeah, like I think I might be getting this like biology fact a little bit twisted, but I'm pretty sure male seahorses are actually the ones who give birth. So if you're a woman and you've been going through some shitty stuff with a man, or if you know, it could be flip-flopped. Again, I don't know what you identify with if you're watching this, but if you've been dealing with a shitty man, who maybe just like hasn't treated you in the way you deserve to be treated, I feel like you're drawing in this energy of like someone who is just gonna like do the most for you, like really want to help you in whatever ways they can, really want to take care of you and make sure that they are showing up in an energy of like, what can I do, babe? Like, is there anything I can do to help? Yeah, I don't know why, but that is just what I think of when I look at this seahorse in the corner. The beach could be significant to you, or the ocean. Maybe you're going to meet this person at the beach. Or if this is someone new that you're currently talking to, maybe you're going to go on a date at the beach. Or if this is just the relationship with yourself, it may benefit you to be near water right now. I feel like water is like one of the best elements you can be near when you're like struggling and you need some grounding. And yeah, if I'm going through it, if I just go like be near moving water, I feel so like restored and relaxed. So yeah, if you've been dealing with a lot of sadness and pain and just stress from whatever the fuck this was that just happened, you might need to like literally go be by water. But yeah, things are looking up, you guys. Whoa. Triumph, Ace of Wings. That's what I'm saying. I love this deck. I love the like progression of the cards. Both times that I have, oh wow, the Hierophant tradition. I feel like a lot of people associate this with marriage, just saying. You might not want to get married. Hold on, guys, hold on. Give me one more card, Spirit, please. I love this deck. I don't know what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. Oh, sorry, Tiger. Oh my god, you guys, the lovers! The chariot! Oh, I literally can't. I literally fucking can't, you guys. All of this stuff that you have been going through, you're in the clear, babes. You've transcended into a new timeline of attraction, passion, love, and determination. I love the depiction of the chariot in this deck. It is so beautiful. And there's just like flowers in the corner of all of these cards. I just feel like such a distinct shift from these first two cards, the Crisis and the Sorrow card. It's like as soon as these two things pass and we get into this like romantic, hopeful energy I was just talking about, all of these cards that just came out are so fucking happy. Like Ace of Wings, Triumph, literal like bubbling with joy energy. Like, holy shit, we fucking made it. That is the vibe of this card. Then you have the Hierophant, which again, some people associate this card with marriage or like a higher level commitment. That could definitely be in a partnership because we are doing a partnership reading, but this could also just be like, again, if you're single and not looking for love, not like talking to anyone, this could just be a higher level commitment to giving yourself what you know you deserve. Like, maybe you've been in relationship experiences where things have just not fucking worked out and you're disappointed again and again and you're like, I'm over it. This could just be a period of time where like you focus on basically dating yourself and figuring out what your values truly are, because this card in this deck is called Tradition. And a lot of us cling really steadfast to traditions or things that have been passed down to us that on a soul level we don't necessarily even resonate with. So you may kind of be creating like new traditions for yourself, and just reassessing what your actual values are. But again, if this is related to partnership or romantic relationships, this could be someone who you really see eye to eye on in terms of your values. Or you could just be at a stage like in your dating life where like you are not willing to budge. You're like, this is what is important to me. These are the seeds I'm planting in my life. Either be about it and meet me where I'm at, or see you later. Yeah, and like I said, there's flowers down at the bottom of this. It's interesting too, because these almost remind me of passion flowers down at the bottom of this card. I don't think that's actually what they are. But I literally am drinking passion flower tea as we speak. It's one of my favorite flowers. And again, the word passion is coming up once more. So yeah, some of you guys really could be leaving this time of sorrow behind and entering this beautiful new chapter of intense attraction. Oh my God. Yeah, there's more flowers in this card. A bird. Birds could be significant to you. This could be a relationship that makes you feel really free. And oh my God, you guys, in the background of this card, there's like this castle with a star shining over it. But it literally looks like the card that we first pulled, the Tower. Like, you had this period of time where everything was just crumbling around you. You were freaking the fuck out, crashing out, like your whole world burned to the ground. But then this person or this new chapter of your life is literally going to help you rebuild all of that even stronger. And it's like there's just divine blessings like beaming down on this thing that you're creating. Yeah, so you don't need this dusty old castle over here that burned to the ground, babe. Because you got this one. You have a shiny new castle with your prince or princess charming. And yeah, I just love that for you guys. Oh, thank God. I was hoping we would see some positive energy in this reading after those first two cards. Yeah, so you're stepping into this new chapter that's just gonna be overflowing with abundance and beauty and attraction and passion, like, but again, it's this energy of like, whoever this person is or whatever this new chapter is in your life, I'm just gonna say person for sake of like ease of communication, whoever this new person is, they just think you hung the moon and they want to give you everything. Not only do they want to give you passionate love, but they genuinely want to build something solid with you. Something solid and grounded. Also in this Hierophant card, I'm just noticing it. The depiction is really interesting. As I'm saying those words of like this person wants to build something solid, solid and grounded with you, I'm noticing that there's this woman like laying here on this bed. You can't see her head because it's cut off. And this guy almost reminds me of like, it's like he's keeping watch over her. So this person is going to be so protective of you. Again, it reminds me of what I was saying about the male seahorse being the one who like bears the child. Like, this person really wants to just like protect you and just let you rest. So maybe this person recognizes that you've been like really going through it in your relationships, and they just want to be like the one that you feel truly safe around. In the background of this card, there's like these fields and trees. It looks like fields that have been tilled. So again, speaking on this concept of y'all like building something grounded and stable together, it's like this person wants to plant seeds for the future. And again, all of these cards have like flower imagery. So through your love, you're going to grow something beautiful with one another. And the last card, the Chariot, represents fast movement. So for some of y'all, this could be happening really fast. Like maybe when you were going through this crisis period, you just didn't anticipate that you would have like a love experience in the future. Maybe you definitely didn't think it would be something that like came in hot and heavy, but this is going to move really quickly. This card is called Determination. But again, even like the pose of the person in this card is just so like, like triumphant, like, and I feel like this person views you almost as this like mythical creature. Sorry. I had to pop my neck. Some of you guys might be having like weird physical sensations. Again, that could be related to the eclipse. But yeah, this person just views you as this mythical creature. And again, this like Pegasus in the card, being another winged being like this bird, it's just really showing me that this is a relationship that's going to feel so freeing to you. So freeing. And I think it's going to help you learn how to dream again. Maybe you've had dreams that you've just let die. But yeah, something about this is going to be like a key to like some things in your subconscious that really just need to be set free. And you're just going to feel so safe and loved by this person. The flower in the bottom of this card also reminds me of a daffodil. Again, I don't think that's what it's actually depicting, but that's what it looks like to me. And daffodils, at least here in Georgia where I live, they're usually the first flowers to bloom after winter. So yeah, I feel like you're going to encounter this relationship or this new chapter like right after this period of like soul winter. Like you just really did not anticipate this happening. And then lo and behold, you're swept off your feet. You're swept off your feet. This is such a beautiful energy. Wow. So again, this is relating to someone that you're in a relationship with already. Maybe y'all went through some type of tension or like unhinged event that really tested your relationship. And this is depicting y'all getting over that through having hope and working together and being determined and getting back in touch with your values. Or this could be a new person. If you're single and you're open to love, this could be a new person entering your life after a breakup. And if that's the case, good riddance to that old energy. Good riddance. You're not even going to think about that relationship once you meet this person. Like, trust me. Wow. So yeah, whether you're still in this period of sadness or you're just getting over it and maybe starting to date someone or be open to that, the future's looking bright, you guys. I want to clarify this with another card. I think I'm going to use this deck that I just got. It is so beautiful. This deck has made me cry more than any other deck I have ever used. It's called the Starseed Oracle. I bought this when I was in New York. I don't think I've used it in a filmed reading yet, but I'm going to use this to pull a clarifier card. Wow, guys. I'm so happy for y'all. This is so beautiful. So yeah, again, this could be in your relationship. Maybe you guys are doing some rebuilding, in which case all your work is going to pay off. Wow. Or this is a new person or a brand new chapter with yourself. Wow. I'm going to pull one more card. Wow, you guys. Okay. So the first card we got was called Breath of the Cosmos, and it says, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So maybe some of you guys have like, I guess, been in this energy of like really trying to control or micromanage things in your life due to this like sense of hypervigilance. Sometimes when we've been burned and we've really gone through something traumatic, like the way that some of us can tend to cope is by wanting to be really controlling. Like, oh, if I just control everything around me, I won't get hurt again. If I can just have a life that's super predictable, I'll never get hurt again. That is just simply not how life works. I think sometimes when we're in that micromanaging, controlling state, we can actually block the blessings that the universe is trying to give to us, because you're like projecting expectation onto what's in front of you instead of just being present. So that's the first initial thing that I get from this card. Also, this could be speaking on this last like relationship you were in, or this last dynamic, again, whether it's with yourself or another person. Maybe this person or situation was just like really controlling and stifling. Again, these cards that I was pulling, just, they're all giving me like freedom energy. So if you were just in a relationship that was just like hella micromanaging, like you can never just like exist freely, you're about to have that in this next chapter that you're calling in. The second card that I pulled is called the Seven Star Sisters, Birthing Creations, Tapestry of Life, Expression. So again, this is just speaking on this like transformative time that you're in. It does say birthing creations. So if pregnancy is something that you want in your life, this might be the person you have a child with. If you're not looking to get pregnant, keep that in mind and be careful. That is interesting. It's saying something about birth, because again, this whole like thing with a seahorse I was talking about earlier, I don't know why I immediately associated that with birth. So just saying, if you, regardless of whether you want babies or not, I'm just reading what the cards say. But yeah, the other descriptions of this card are Tapestry of Life and Expression. So really, I just feel like this is speaking on, this tapestry of your life that you're weaving through all of your past experiences. Don't judge them. If you have been through some hard, shitty times, do not judge that stuff, because it's all part of this like bigger thing that you're weaving through all of these lessons, through all of these experiences. And all of that awareness that you're gaining through those things is literally how you're going to attract in this person. This card literally says attraction. Initially, I was interpreting this as like romantic or physical attraction. But now, in the context of this card I just pulled, I feel like it's speaking to like our abilities to attract and manifest the things that we really want in our lives. So yeah, when you can enter a state of freedom and trust and flow with the universe, you're going to be able to start manifesting the things that you really want in your life. You may also be calling in like higher levels of community into your life. I'm just looking at the imagery on this card, and it's like 7 sisters dancing in the stars. So you may be calling in some friends or community that may be helping you just on this like love journey in general, whether it relates to self-love, this new relationship. Community might be really important for you right now. If you're currently in that state of sorrow and just like having a hard time, you may need to go be in your community. Maybe that's how you meet this person. Just saying. And the last card we pulled, of course, is called You Got the Love. Codependency, boundaries. So yeah, be very, very careful entering this new phase, this new relationship. Be very careful when it comes to the foundation you're establishing with this person or this new chapter. Be aware of your boundaries. Speak on them freely from the heart. Trust that this person respects you and wants to like be aware of those things and honor them. And be wary of codependency. When we meet a new person, it's very tempting to want to like fuse into them and just become one entity, when at the end of the day, that's not really healthy for us. The most healthy thing we can do in a relationship is honor and uplift and support one another, and like support the individual journeys that we're on while walking side by side and creating your own thing together. You shouldn't have to give up your dreams to be in a relationship. You shouldn't have to give up your boundaries in order to be loved by someone. So just keep that in mind. Because at the end of the day, you got the love, baby. Wow, what a beautiful energy. Yeah, just take your time to process whatever you need to process with this like old situation that's fallen apart. And just trust the flow, because it's going to be so beautiful and amazing. And if it moves fast and that scares you, or things feel a little bit too good to be true, again, just come back to your boundaries. You know your values, you know what you want, you know what you will and won't put up with. You've been through enough stuff in life that you're very in touch with those things. This is a relationship where it's safe to speak on that. It's safe to be vulnerable. It's safe to take your time and move at the pace you need to move. But if it's naturally moving really quickly and it feels good, like good in a grounded, healthy way, not good in like a like toxic, like exciting chaos energy way. Yeah, if it's moving fast and it feels good, just trust it. Because this is a really beautiful, this is a beautiful web that you're weaving with this person. And you're gonna have it all. Wow. My cat's purring right now, you guys. I just feel like you're going to be so content and happy in this new relationship or this new chapter. And again, if this is just a relationship with yourself, it's basically just going to represent this embodiment of like true grounded confidence and joy that you have earned. It's built on something solid. You know who you are. You're not going to talk down on yourself. You're not going to settle for things that are beneath what you deserve. And that's just going to help you attract, again, attraction, everything that you want in life. So yeah, you guys, that was the relationship reading. I feel like this also could be applied to like career. So if you're here watching both of these reading segments, that might mean something to you. Oh, sorry, tiger. But anyway, yeah, that concludes the relationship reading. Let me put these cards away, and then I will do one for career / passion projects. I don't want to like limit it just to saying it's a career reading, because some of y'all might not do something you're passionate about for your job, and maybe that's the direction that you're wanting to step into. So I'm going to use my beloved Voyager Tarot deck for this career reading. It is one of the deepest, most beautiful decks I own. I love the imagery. I feel like anytime I do a reading with it, it's really spot on. I don't want to say it can be a bit savage, because I don't think savage is really the right word, but it's just very direct. Very direct. Okay. So this is for anyone watching who has some questions about their career or their passions. Again, I'm using the Voyager Tarot, one of my favorite decks of all time. I bought this used on eBay, and whatever baddie had this deck before me infused their beautiful energy into it, because I always get amazing readings from this deck. So shout out to that baddie. Whoa. Okay. Spirit, what do you have to share with the collective in terms of their career or passions? These cards are kind of hard to shuffle because they're like massive. Spirit, please share with the collective what they need to know about this new chapter in their career. This new pursuit as it relates to their passions, their art, or their crafts. Death. Again, some of you guys are going through an ending. I don't know if you watched the relationship reading that I just did. It might apply to you. Death. I think this came out in the last reading I tried to do for you guys. Actually, you know, in the beginning of this video, I was saying that I tried to film a reading for y'all and my throat was like acting up so bad that I didn't even post the video because it was too hard to understand. I think that this was the first card that came out in that reading too. Interesting. So yeah, death. Let's see what else we have before I get all wrapped up in rambling. Hanged Man. Wow, this literally was just trying to come out. Some of you guys watching this might be tattooers or makeup artists. I'm a tattooer, so I feel like maybe some people on this channel might also be tattooers. I'm just saying that because there's like a portal looking shape in this card, but it looks like a ring light. I know a lot of tattooers use ring lights when they tattoo. Again, you could be a makeup artist or like a hair artist. That's the first thing I saw when this came out. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that some of y'all watching this might like work within the realms of like beauty or aesthetics. Again, tattooing, hair, makeup, anything like that. Because there's also these hands cupping water and looking at themselves in a reflection. Oh my god! This card literally says reflection! What the fuck? I don't know if you guys can see that. Wow. Okay, let's just start with these. That is so loud. Okay. I cannot with the readings today. So the first card we have is Death. The Death card. Typically when I see this card, it represents obviously an ending. It can also represent transformation energy. I mean, endings and beginnings are basically synonymous, you guys. So you could have just lost a job, or you could just be in this state where like your relationship to your job is kind of dying. Like maybe you're in a job that you're just like, I low-key hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. You're feeling kind of just this like lack of passion about it. And you're feeling your relationship to it die. That could be for some of y'all. Some of you guys may have gotten laid off or fired. Some of y'all may have walked away from a job or a job opportunity. Just saying that because my cat just got up abruptly and hopped off my lap. Yeah, so anyway, for those of y'all who have like severed a career connection, ended a job, it may have really put you out for a minute. Like the imagery of this card, it just kind of feels like desolate and alone and dark. So you may have been going through some stuff with your career where like you just weren't exactly sure what was going to be on the other side. Also in the bottom of this card, I remember saying this in the last reading that I filmed but didn't post. There's this little like chunk of something right here. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it looks like snake skin. So again, to me, this just represents like a shedding of an old path you were walking on. It may have felt really hard and intense. You may have gone through a bit of a mourning period. Or maybe you've been feeling kind of judged. Like maybe if you're currently unemployed or were unemployed, or between jobs. Maybe you were feeling a little bit judged by people in your life, which could be completely like a projection of your insecurities, or it could be legitimate. Like maybe you had family members or people close to you that were like, why don't you just get a job? You know, just kind of not being compassionate about it. And the reason I'm bringing that up about like feeling judged is because there's this like big face in the background of this card. It looks like a statue, and it's just kind of staring into this figure right here. So like you're over here minding your business, just trying to kind of like go through your grieving process with this ending, and you may just feel like you have eyes on you and it's stressing you out. But you're about to get a new perspective on all of this. We have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man in the traditional tarot, it's a man who's hanging upside down from his feet, and it represents a shift in perspective. So maybe you've been viewing this like job loss as something really negative, but actually it's gonna usher in this new period of deeper self-connection and self-reflection. Again, I don't know if you can read that, but it says reflection. And in this card, you have these hands, and the person's looking into this pool of water in their hands and into their own reflection. This Two of Worlds card, the reflection card, also is showing me the moon. And yeah, there's reflections depicted in this card as well. But yeah, there's two moons in this card. So this past lunar eclipse that we had last night may definitely have been super, super significant to you when it comes to like the timing of how this story is going to play out. So if you've just been feeling kind of stuck and stagnant, I think this eclipse is going to really shift the energy in a dynamic way that makes you feel like you can step through this portal into this new chapter. But it's going to require a lot of reflection on your part. I think this has just been a period of reflection in general. But I'm seeing in this card, like, first of all, there's like a star. It almost looks like a comet. There's like this kind of hazy beam with this like bright light at the end. And then right here, there's this like shining burst of light. So this new opportunity may come in for you literally like a comet or a shooting star, just kind of out of nowhere, and be very illuminating. I want to get some more cards on this because I'm curious like what this is. The moon again. What the fuck? What the helly? I need to put like an explicit content warning on these readings because I think I've accidentally said fuck a lot. Yeah, the moon. Again, I feel like this eclipse is really going to shift some things for you. There's owls, wolves, and dolphins. Owls, wolves, dolphins, and a beetle in this card. So those things might be significant to you. You may feel really connected to animals. There's also two dolphins together. There's two wolves and there's two owls. So this could signify some type of like partnership that you're stepping into. Or maybe you have a friend that's going to like help you enter this new phase of your career. This could signify like starting a partnership with someone that's going to like lead into a new career opportunity. Yeah, for some reason, the fact that all of these are in pairs is significant to me. And oh my God, there's literally an eclipse in the corner of this card. That's what this is. Wow. So maybe your like sadness or like mourning relating to this loss of this job or this opportunity, maybe it's kind of been like eclipsing your ability to reflect and see these new opportunities clearly. And maybe you lost this job just because you needed time to like connect with yourself. But yeah, you may have literally been feeling like your joy has been eclipsed by this like hardship you've been going through. But the animals in this card are all giving me this like kind of uninhibited feral, like free energy. Like you have these dolphins swimming together, like jumping out of the waves. You have these two wolves just like howling at the moon, like just really letting themselves create this sound like deep from within their being. Like to me, it reminds me of, it's like a symbol of like being unashamed to like let your authentic self shine through and just like speak it into existence. Just be who you are. Like, I don't give a fuck. I have nothing to lose. And then you have these two owls. Owls represent wisdom. And again, they're flying. So it's just kind of giving me this like vibe of freedom energy. So yeah, I think through this experience and through this self-reflection that you're doing, it's going to unlock new levels of freedom and wisdom for you. And possibly partnership. Because again, I'm looking at these two dolphins down in the corner of the card, like playing in the water with each other. But yeah, it could be a business partnership. Maybe you've been working alone and you're about to go work with some new people. Get some fresh energy in your life after this eclipse. Also, just so y'all know, this is a timeless reading. If you're watching this and there was not an eclipse yesterday, that's okay. This is still significant for you. I just wanted to point that out. Ultimately, if you're drawn to any of these videos, there's a reason. I think that the messages totally transcend timelines, and you'll see it exactly when you're meant to. Whoa. Brilliance, Ace of Crystals, balance. Okay. The Ace of Crystals. I kind of want to read this card. I'm feeling called to read from the guidebook. I haven't really been in a guidebook mood today, but I feel like whatever this new opportunity or job is, it's really going to allow you to shine brightly when maybe in the past, in this old situation or career path you were in, it just wasn't really like allowing you to be yourself. So maybe you quit a job because you wanted something that aligned a bit more authentically with you. But whatever this is, it's going to really light you up. Both of these cards have crystals in them. Yeah, and then the last one is balance. Some of y'all may be feeling called to like really focus more on your work-life balance as well. Maybe that's why this last job didn't work out. Maybe you were just feeling really burnt out and alone and isolated, and you realized after some reflecting and shifts in your perspective that you needed to be doing something with your time that you actually felt aligned to. I feel like a lot of people I know right now are having that realization. You know, it's the way that our culture conditions us to like work our whole lives away and just accept that. It's not okay. I think a lot of people slowly are starting to realize that. So yeah, maybe you left this old job because you realized you simply couldn't burn the candle at both ends anymore. And you needed to find something that allowed you to express yourself authentically, and also find more balance in your life. Some of y'all might be drawn to dance or the arts. This card is so interesting. Okay, I want to read this Ace of Crystals card in the guidebook. Some of y'all might be seeing hummingbirds a lot. There's a hummingbird on this balance card. Ace of Crystals. The formulation of pure consciousness into an idea is symbolized by the ace. The citrine sunburst represents the awakening of your mind, a flash of insight. Aha, now I see. You are cutting through darkness and clouds, symbolizing unawareness and confusion. The diamond brilliance of your ideas emanates a light that is inspiring, clarifying, stimulating, and revolutionary to others. Your natural brilliance has shone through. Wow, so maybe this old job or this old situation you were in wasn't really allowing you to like express your ideas clearly. And it was just really starting to like beat you down. Like this figure, this like big statue in this card is almost reminding me of like an overbearing boss or something. So maybe you had a boss or a business partner or a coworker who was always just kind of like breathing down your throat. You felt like they were constantly trying to like stifle you or sabotage you. And you're freeing yourself of that. You're like, no, I have my own ideas. I have my own thoughts. I'm hearing 9 to 5 in my head by Dolly Parton. That song might resonate with you. If you've never heard it before, maybe go listen to it. It's an amazing song by an amazing woman who is also a trailblazer in her own way and has always done things her own way, even though they were very unconventional and inspired other people through doing that. So yeah, whatever this new situation is, I think you're really just like starting to find this balance within yourself where you're becoming more comfortable with like letting your inner light shine and being more confident that the ideas and awareness you have is something that will benefit others in the same way that it feels good and benefits you just to like express it. I want to get a clarifying card on this. Well, let me pull one more card from this deck. I just feel like there's maybe one more piece of info to be had here. And then I'll pull another clarifier from the Starseed Oracle. Oh my god, this was trying to come out too! Child of Worlds. I feel like all of these cards that have been coming out have also been like peeking out at me while I've been shuffling. That happens sometimes. The Child of Worlds. I love the imagery on this card. Oh my god, whatever this new chapter is, I feel like it's going to help you get back in touch with your inner child in some way. Like you have this little girl like swinging on a tire swing. You have this guy roller skating right here. There's baseballs. It looks like there's Disneyland in the back of this card. Some marbles, a girl reading, a boy with a hummingbird on his hand. Again, hummingbirds are mentioned twice in this imagery. Also, this hot air balloon right here. I noticed in this balance card, this last card that we got, that there's also a little hot air balloon in the background. This could be relating to flying. Maybe you're like wanting to be a flight attendant or something. That's like weirdly specific. Again, that will only apply to some people. Do not take that if it doesn't resonate. But yeah, I feel like this is just going to be a new chapter where you really feel like you can play. Again, this Child of Worlds card. It says player up at the top. So I feel like you're just leaving an old chapter behind in favor of a dynamic where you can let your light shine freely and you can just be in this state of play. And you're starting to realize that like being an adult doesn't mean you have to let like your inner child die. It doesn't mean that you have to be sucking up to the man every day, fulfilling other people's dreams when you have your own dreams inside and you like crave to let them shine and come to the light. This new chapter is going to somehow help you do that. It's going to require a lot of self-trust and a lot of reflection and just keeping it real with yourself. And there may be like multiple things that have to die and leave your life in order to access this new chapter. I want to pull a card from the Starseed Oracle again. I love this deck. I used it in the last segment of this reading where I did a relationship portion. Again, if you're just watching this part of the reading, you might want to go back and watch the relationship one because I actually feel like these energies are kind of similar. So there may be a message in there for you as well. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this next chapter? This next chapter of their career or the pursuit of their passions, how it will impact them on a soul level. Star family. Oh my god, I love this card. It says you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. And then you have portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Oh my God, I just got chills, you guys. I just fucking got chills. And it's interesting that this is the portal card, because again, in this Hanged Man, she's literally like falling through a portal. I also think it's interesting that she's not just like walking through a portal, she's falling like backwards through a portal. So it's like this crazy loss you went through, or this ending. It kind of knocked you off your feet. It knocked you backwards, and you thought you were gonna like fall and hit the ground, but what you're actually doing is trust falling with the motherfucking universe, bitches, into a new chapter of play and authenticity and letting your inner light shine. So just trust it. It's gonna feel intense, but just trust what's happening. Yeah, doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Like, you're gonna get everything you want. If you've been in a lack mindset, be very, very careful about that. That might be something that you need to let go of in order to fully like step through this portal into this new chapter. You have to trust that you're gonna get everything you've been wanting and praying for. That might be the final piece of like this whole puzzle, is just learning how to trust yourself more. And it seems like you're gonna have multiple options. Also, there's crystals in this card as well. This portal is like very crystalline. And these last two cards you got also are like heavy on the crystal imagery. Some of you guys might want to go into the healing arts or work in a place that somehow has to do with like the metaphysical realms or the psychic arts. For some reason, that's what I'm thinking of when I see stuff about crystals. Yeah, and then Star Family. You were a part of a team of souls. Call in support. So again, all of these animals that are pairs, you might be partnering up with friends or people who can help you, or another person. I think in order to fully step into this new chapter, you're going to have to let go of this idea that like you have to do everything alone, because you don't. And I actually think that other people and like utilizing your community and friendships is going to be a necessary component to like getting the energy moving in this direction of being able to take a step forward into this new job or opportunity. So yeah, maybe just put yourself out there. I kind of want to read these. I love the descriptions in this deck. That's the reason that this deck makes me cry, because the descriptions are just like so beautiful and deep. I think I'm going to read both of them for y'all, just in case there's like something there that I'm not mentioning. Okay. I'm already kind of getting the vibe that this may somehow relate to like a relationship. Like a specific relationship. Doesn't have to be romantic, but it could be. I'm like feeling nervous almost like reading this card. So maybe you're like, I'm like getting like, ooh, like I'm kind of getting like choked up. Like I don't want to speak. So maybe you're experiencing a little bit of that, like a little bit of nervousness about like truly allowing yourself to be vulnerable and share your ideas. This could be relating to your art. If you're an artist, maybe you're feeling like some imposter syndrome. But in order for you to connect with your people, you have to like let your light shine brightly and use your voice. Okay, Star Family. At some stage, we were each a part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are a part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together. Your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times, to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light, and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment you meet. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in the mirror. Again, all of this reflection imagery, sorry guys, but like what the fuck? It may sometimes feel like looking in the mirror, because in a way you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very deeply, regardless of how long you knew them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is a part of your star family? If this card comes up in a spread, it's likely that you've met someone who is a part of your star family, or you're about to. It's interesting that this talked about death, because maybe this card in the beginning, this death card, was a literal death. Maybe someone died and it somehow impacted your job. Maybe it was like somebody in a place where you worked. Oh my God, I'm getting chills. I actually think that some of you guys may have had like a death in the workplace. I'm feeling like I'm wanting to cry. Aww. So maybe some of y'all lost like a coworker. Maybe some of you lost like a friend or a coworker. And you've been having a really hard time with that. And you're slowly starting to come out of it and like enter a state of play again. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. Okay, one more card. I'm gonna read this portal. Yeah, if you've actually lost like a literal person in your life or in the workplace, I feel like it's somehow going to be a portal into like even deeper relationships in your life that are going to help you stay in touch with or access your inner child. Okay, portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. Doors are opening for you. Your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. Planets are aligning. The timing is right. The universe is saying, yes, you have the Midas touch. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time where you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. You're swimming with a cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What do you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. Boom, you guys. So excited for you. You're gonna get it all. You're gonna get everything you could possibly dream of. It's just a matter of self-trust. It's a matter of self-trust and just trusting that you're the one in control. And the more deeply you allow yourself to show up in the world from a vulnerable place, the more quickly and effectively you're going to be able to manifest all of this stuff that you've been craving in your life after this period of death and loss and intense transformation. So yeah, I love that for you guys. Don't forget to ask for help. Don't forget to like be out in your community. Also, if you're like craving some insight, if you've been doing a lot of like individual reflection and you need some feedback, maybe ask some people in your community that you trust, because you're around people who really honor your inner child and see you as that and are happy to help you. Kindred spirits. So yeah, whatever this loss was that you went through, it happened for a reason. And you're slowly coming out of that period of mourning, and you can just trust yourself. I'm feeling a bit of this like inconclusive energy at the end of this spread. And I think it's just because you're kind of standing at a threshold right now. Like you have options. So I'm not really seeing clearly where it's going to go, because I feel like that's the state that you're in right now. It's just kind of like assessing like, what door do I want to go through? But whichever one you pick is going to be the right one. And it's going to lead to so much abundance and joy and inner child healing. Okay, you guys, that concludes our reading. I hope this resonated, and I'm so happy for you guys with this new chapter you're stepping into. I love y'all so much. Take care, and I will see you in a future reading.